Wrestling has more than one royal family.
About to blow, waiting for me to start the show. Out the curtain, lights go up, I'm home. Mama said, when I was younger, hot top free better man. You took it all away, I give it all away. You take my free.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy C Money back with another video and rocking the merch, baby. But today we got to talk about NXT reactions. But before we get into that, sad news because WWE legend, WWE Hall of Famer, superstar Billy Graham passed away. One of the first ever WWE champions. Yeah, because he was like what, 5th or 6th, yeah, around that time, WWE champion. He was, yeah. So superstar Billy Graham, rest in peace, because one of the first ever WWE champions, Hall of Famer, and yeah, passed away. So rest in peace to superstar Billy Graham. Rest in peace. But now we got to talk about NXT, because in just we're like what, like a week and a half. Yeah, we got NXT Battleground. So we have like the second part of like the NXT Women's Championship tournament with had Cora Jade defeat Fallon Henley, and then Roxanne Perez defeated JC Jane. So it's going to be Roxanne Perez and Tiffany Stratton, and then Cora Jade and Lyra Valkyria next week. And we'll find out next week, and the winner of those two matches will face each other at NXT Battleground for the NXT Women's Championship. And then as Tyler Bate and Wes Lee are like meditating, Joe Gacy attacks. Joe Gacy and the Dyad, the Schism, attack them. And, you know, yeah, because Joe Gacy wants a shot at the championship. And then later on, and they hurt Tyler Bates' arm or something. So later on, Wesley's all mad because, you know, they took out him and his friend. So Wesley goes out, and then Joe Gacy, he's trying to almost turn him and Tyler Bate against each other, almost like that, saying how Tyler Bate's gonna try to steal the NXT North American Championship from Wesley, and Tyler Bate's because then Tyler Bate was in the trainer's office, but then he comes out and he's like, "Shut up, Gacy, all right?" But he does say though that he's like, Wes, I would be lying if I say I didn't want a shot at the championship. So Tyler Bate does want a shot at Wesley's title, and then Wesley's agrees to face them, Joe Gacy and Tyler Bate, in a triple threat match at NXT Battleground. And Wesley says to Tyler Bate, "I thought I could trust you, man," because Wesley's like, "Oh, if you wanted a shot, all you had to do was ask." Yeah. But now he kind of has second thoughts. He's not really sure if Tyler Bate's still his friend and stuff, and Tyler's like, "We are friends, but I do want a shot at the belt." And Wesley's like, "All you had to do was ask, man." So Wesley is kind of now relationship with Tyler Bate has gone down now because of that. But yeah, so triple threat match at NXT Battleground. And then the Dyad from the Schism, the Creed brothers defeat the Dyad, and then the Creed brothers want a shot at Gallus in the NXT Tag Team Championships because Tony D and Stacks are having dinner, right? Then these two officers, or agents or whatever, confront Tony D and says that we need you to come with us, take you down to the station for questioning. So Tony D had to be taken down to the studio for questioning. Ah, gosh, I don't know. And then, because Stax had to make a phone call, so he walked away. But then he came back, and he's like, "Where the heck's the Don at?" And then he went to go find him. So Tony D, could he be arrested? I don't know. Yeah, because you know, with Tony D and Stax, you know, they have that shady stuff. So yeah, something could have happened, and we'll see. Yeah, but then Noam Dar has his Supernova Sessions talk show with Dragon Lee, and he's being all annoying. He's trying to speak Spanish to Dragon Lee, and Dragon's like, "I speak English, buddy." And he had Noam Dar had like a Spanish book. He's like, "Well, that's a waste of $20." And Dragon Lee says that he wants a shot at the NXT Heritage Cup. And Noam Dar's like, no. But then Nathan Fraser comes out and says how, Noam Dar, you have to be a fighting champion, and we all want to see Dragon Lee and Noam Dar. We all want to see it. And then, because back on Nathan Fraser's talk show, the hard-hitting home truths, he said last week how Noam Dar, you might not have your baby, which because that cup is basically like his baby. He's like, you might not have that anymore very soon. So then they agree that next week it's going to be Nathan Fraser, Noam Dar in a non-title match. But then at NXT Battleground, it's going to be Noam Dar, Dragon Lee for the NXT Heritage Cup Championship. And then Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams show up, but they kind of pass by Charlie Dempsey and Drew Gulak, and they say something to him. They're coming out because they want to fight with Braun Breaker, but then Charlie Dempsey and Drew Gulak come out. They have a tag match, and and it's funny because Charlie Dempsey had like purple tights on, purple jacket, so the crowd was chanting Willy Wonka. And then Carmelo Hayes said, "See, when I come out here, they chant that. When you come out here, they chant Willy Wonka, but when I come out here, they chant Mellow, Mellow." Yeah. And then Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams defeat Charlie Dempsey and Drew Gulak, and Trick Williams called Charlie Dempsey Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Yeah, that was also funny. But Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes pick up the victory. They want to fight with Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker shows up on the screen, and he's at Carmelo Hayes' and Trick Williams' barbershop that they always hang out the barbershop. He's just there chilling. And he's like, "I thought I'd just make a stop on my way there, but..." And then he leaves, and he starts to make his way to the arena. And at the end, we'll talk about what happened. But Lash Legend and Jakira Jackson were kind of making fun of Noam Dar, saying how Supernova Sessions talk show, no. Then Thea Hale, Kiana James defeated Thea Hale in a match because they kind of had a little run-in backstage. And then, let's see, talked about that. And then after JC Jane lost to Roxanne Perez, Gigi Dolan came out and attacked JC Jane some more, setting up for one more match, which is probably going to happen in NXT Battleground. And what also could happen at NXT Battleground is Dijak and Ilya Dragunov, because, oh my god. So, basically, they had this thing where Dijak says that he can break anybody, right? But Dragunov's like, "Nope, you can't break me." So then they have this thing where Dragunov's all tied up or something, and Dijak was just had beat him up so bad, but he's like, "You haven't broken me yet. You have not broken me yet." And Dragunov's all busted up and dead, and Dragunov's like, "Not even close. You have not broken me yet. You have not broke me yet." Oh, God. And Dijak had, the joystick or whatever. God, jeez. Oh, God. all we could see was that Dijak was like, beat the crap out of Dragunov because Dragunov was just there like, oh, tied up and stuff. So Dragunov, I think, almost let him, Dijak, beat him up because he just wanted to show him that he can't be broken. Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah, so then Tank Ledger and Hank Walker agreed because Briggs and Jensen were talking about how when they faced each other, it made them a better tag team. So Tank and Hank want to have a one-on-one match with each other next week. So like, see if it'll make them a better tag team as well. So that'll be cool. And then here, I want to make sure I didn't forget anything before I talk about the. Yep, talked about that, and now, yeah, and then we got Von Wagner and backstage, because, you know, Von, and, like, the guy who insulted Von Wagner last week is talking to Mr. Stone, and Von Wagner grabbed him and is like, we got a problem, and Von Wagner basically helped out Mr. Stone, and Mr. Stone's like, you stood up for me, Von. You stood up for me. And he's like, no. Yeah. And because then again, Mr. Stone trying to find out what the whole picture thing is about, but Von Wagner still's not telling him. And then Dabba-Kato had this little promo saying how even though some stars got called up from NXT to Raw or SmackDown, he's staying on NXT to, you know, inflict more punishment. But then Axiom was backstage and he was watching it with some other guys, and Axiom's like, I'm not afraid of him though, yeah. So we could see Axiom and because, you know, size difference between them, yeah. Dabba-Kato and Axiom, but yeah, but we could see that match though, yeah. And then Braun Breaker finally showed up. And Braun Breaker showed up with a bunch of security guards, though, and, you know, because NXT Battleground is going to be in Carmelo Hayes' hometown of Boston, like Massachusetts, and Braun Breaker is making fun of, like, the Celtics, the Red Sox, all like the Boston, or like the New England Patriots, all like the Massachusetts, Boston teams he was making fun of. And Braun Breaker had like a bunch of security out there, yeah, because again, last week Carmelo Hayes came out and Braun Breaker speared him right out of his boot. So, yeah, and how Carmelo Hayes even said, like, you know, how I know that this is not the same Braun Breaker I faced before, but this is not the same Carmelo Hayes that Braun Breaker has faced before. So then they end up brawling. Even with the security, they fight through them. They all start brawling, and then they all start brawling. Carmelo Hayes hits Braun Breaker with a low blow, and then boom, hits him with the NXT Championship right to the skull. Braun Breaker and Carmelo Hayes, yeah, just brawl with each other. And then, yeah, and that was it. And Trick Williams as well, but that was it though, yeah. And then, so NXT Battleground, Braun Breaker, Carmelo Hayes rematch. It's going to be good. But that's it though. NXT was pretty good. Stay tuned for SmackDown reactions on Saturday. But that's it, guys. I thank you guys for watching. Again, rest in peace, WWE legend, Hall of Famer, superstar Billy Graham. But that's it, guys. Leave a comment, like, subscribe for more, and merch will be out soon, I promise. C Money's out.